So it looks like we might know who the woman was that Nia Long's partner, Ime Udoka, risked his life, his career, and his partner of many years. And apparently, she was the travel agent, not just for Ime, but also for Nia's recent move to Boston. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So I can't believe that I'm talking about this Ime Udoka situation again. Here we are with sports. However, I'm not surprised because on the last video that I did in regards to this story, a Twitter user by the name of Robert Littell insinuated that possibly there was a woman or women that Ime made unwanted advances to. So this is what his tweet originally said. He said, the situation with Udoka is a little bit more complex than an office affair. You will find out shortly. When you find who the woman or women are, the timeline won't be pleased. We're still trying to figure that part out, but the thing that stood out to me mostly was when they said that it's a little bit more than just some office affair. So when we first reported on this Ime Udoka situation, as you know, for those that aren't very much like me, who's Ime Udoka besides being Nia Long's partner? He is the head coach for the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics started investigating this situation, this office affair, back in July. So he knew back in July that this was going to be made public. However, according to sources, he only told Nia Long a few days ago. So they investigated this office affair, but we all thought originally that this was a consensual relationship. Then we saw this tweet that it wasn't necessarily a consensual relationship, that it was unwanted advances. But now we have this new story from TMZ that it was the travel agent for the Boston Celtics. So this is what TMZ is reporting. And yesterday we reported and let you guys know, both Ime Udoka released a statement in regards to this situation. We're not going to go through his statement again because it was that very politically correct statement that all men that have been caught cheating for years have released. But the Boston Celtics have decided to put him on suspension for the 2022-2023 season. Nia Long has also broken her silence, and basically because so many of you on Twitter were like, how do you cheat on Nia Long? And I said, how do you cheat on anyone? How do you cheat on Beyonce? How do you cheat on, just fill in the blank. So Nia Long broke her silence yesterday via her rep, saying, the outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and the community during this difficult time means so much to me. I ask that my privacy be respected as I process the recent events. Above all, I am a mother, and I will continue to focus on my children. So we don't know how much Nia knows, because I know she probably said to Ime, you need to tell me everything, every single thing that's involved here, because yesterday we found out, apparently she found out a few days ago, but he knew since July that this was going to be made public and was being investigated. And we're hearing so many conflicting stories in regards, was it a consensual affair? If it's a consensual affair, why would he be suspended? Well, every organization has their own sort of quote code of conduct. Maybe something like this, maybe an office affair that you don't make clear to the higher ups goes against their office policy. Every office policy is different. But this is what TMZ is reporting in regards to the woman or one of the women. Who knows? You know, when we just reported on Adam Levine, I was letting you guys know, well, you never know. There might be more. Where there's smoke, there's more fire. And then multiple women have come out since then. Now, according to TMZ and their exclusive, the woman involved in this investigation, allegedly, was the travel agent who's booked multiple trips for Nia Long to come to Boston, and most recently, 2 weeks ago, her trip to move to Boston. So here's the thing. And that's also another important detail, because if he did tell her back in July, why would she be moving to Boston unless she had forgiven him? You never know. But based on her public statement, It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like she was blindsided. So TMZ is reporting this in regards to who this might be. They said the Celtics employee with whom Ime Udoka had an affair helped make all of his travel arrangements, and the job sometimes included organizing travel for his fiancée, Nia Long. And all of you have been having your own comments on why, well, she didn't marry him. And look, not everyone gets married, especially in 2022. Especially in 2022. Some people have said, oh, Nia didn't want, unless Nia said it herself in an interview, who knows? Maybe she was ready to get married. Maybe she didn't want to get married for whatever reason. I'm not judging. Once you have decided in your relationship that this is our commitment, that should be respected. They continue to say sources connected to the couple and the NBA franchise tell TMZ one of the staffers' duties included planning Udoka's team-related travel, and we're told she was also involved in booking travel for Nia to come to Boston or to road games. Perhaps more upsetting for Nia is that the employee had a hand in Nia's arrangements to move to Boston permanently. So this woman knew fully well that he had, look, he's a public figure, but some people probably didn't know that these two were together, to be honest with you. But this woman definitely did, because she was booking the travel. And who knows if she was booking travel for other side pieces. TMZ broke the story, as you know. Nia, she moved east a little over 2 weeks ago with Key, her 10-year-old son, with Ime. The Celtics are not releasing the name of the employee, but we're told Nia has been told who she is. Team president Brad Stevens got choked up Friday during a news conference saying that the scandal had been particularly upsetting for all their female employees due to speculation about who had the affair with Udoka. As we reported, the team suspended its head coach, as I mentioned before, for the entire 2022-2023 season after what it says was a months-long investigation into his conduct. TMZ says that they've reached out to Celtics for comment, but no word back yet, and neither from Nia's reps. As I said to you before, Nia has already spoken out via her rep and is taking this time to figure out what she's going to do next. What is her next move in regards to this? And here's the thing. What do you do? She's been with this man clearly for several years, has a child with this man, allegedly was engaged to this man. Is cheating a deal breaker for everyone? No. I've seen these conversations happen multiple times. Is it a deal breaker for me? To be honest with you, yeah. Because in the back of my mind, I'll always be thinking, what are you doing? And who are you doing it with? But that's me. And I don't judge if someone decides, especially if they've been in a long-term relationship with this person, they know this person better than, well, at least they thought they did. I don't judge if Nia decides to stay with him. But let's see how this all plays out. If it's just this particular woman, I'm sure Nia's biggest question, do you love her? Do you want to be with her? How long is this going on? And was this a consensual relationship? Because I'm trying to understand the investigation purposes. As I said to you before, part of me is like, well, maybe their code of conduct is that you have to make it very clear to your HR department that you're in a relationship with this person. But of course, he's not going to do that because he's in a relationship with someone else. You see how I'm having this thought with you guys. Guys, I want to know your reaction to this, not the travel agent. Let's continue this conversation below. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.